Hi there. Do you have a body? 'Cause I sure do. Did you think I'd gone somewhere? Did you think I'd disappeared or something? Joke's on you. Unfortunately, I'm still here. Bodies can do so many things. They can move, they can eat stuff, they can do this, they can do this, they can do this. They can do so many things. But how come my body isn't someone else's body? How come my body isn't this dead leaf or this set of keys? It's because everything that makes up this body is specific to only this body. But what about things that aren't alive? How about this disintegrating chair? It's not alive. It can't really move on its own, but it's still made up of things that make it that chair. Sure, it's made up of wood and nails, but those woods and nails are specifically put in a certain way to make this into a chair. And this chair, just like everything, dies over time. I mean, look at it. Look at it. Look at this thing. So I guess in some ways you could say that a body is kind of like an accumulation of matter, physical stuff that all works together in order to create something different, something new that it wasn't originally. Because this leaf, like this chair, is actually just made up of dead plant cells. And those dead plant cells are made up of crazy proteins and membranes and a bunch of teeny tiny technology. But all of that technology is made up of even teenier, tinier things. So how come all of matter isn't just a bunch of matter scattered around? How come matter divides itself up into different things so that it can be different new things that it wasn't before? I don't really know. But that's what a body is. I think a body is just a thing that's made up of a bunch of little things that make it into a specific different thing, and that thing exists as its own individual thing, separate from other individual things that are also made up of small, teeny tiny other things. It's all just a bunch of tiny stuff working together to make bigger stuff, and then that bigger stuff works together to make even bigger, crazier stuff, until suddenly we have arms and legs and eyes and mouths and hair and stuff. Here's the thing though. Okay, so maybe that's what a body is, but what are souls? Well, if you think about it, and if we're going based off of how my theory works, which is that for every bit of positive there's also the negative, and that the negative is just the information of what the positive is, and that all that information lives in this place called the negative space, then you might consider souls to simply be the negative information of any given thing. So, the soul of these keys is that they're keys, that they have these tags on them, that they got this lanyard. The soul of these keys is where these keys, like the doors that these keys unlock, where they go to. The soul of these keys might be every drink I've ever opened with this. It might be every place I've ever taken it. It might be all the information about everything about this set of keys. But that's about it, because that's the extent of that information. And maybe that information is infinite. Maybe that information can go on forever. But that infinity is limited to everything that's ever happened to these keys. The soul of this body is gonna be way more complicated than that set of keys, because the soul of this body has done and seen and said and heard so much more than this set of keys could ever possibly dream of, because it's just metal and plastic. This body is made up of so many more things. It's got blood, it's got lungs, it's got brains, it's got electricity flowing through it. It's got so much going on. It's got thoughts, it's got feelings. Keys don't have thoughts and feelings, but this body does. So maybe these keys have a soul. Maybe I have a soul. The negative matter, or the information that goes along with everything that this body is, since negative matter or information is only ever going to be a mirror of what's going on in the physical space, something that's not alive, that can't think for itself, that can't move on its own, that is just at the whim of everything that ever happens to it, these keys are just gonna be at the whim of where I take them and what I do with them. The soul of these keys is really limited. The soul of a living thing, or the accumulation of information that makes up a living thing is always going to be substantially more complicated and able than the soul of a not living thing. Because living things move, living things change, living things grow, living things think, living things feel, living things sense, living things are electric, living things need water. So the soul, or the information, of a living thing is going to consist of all of those abilities and all of those changes and all of that growth and everything that's ever happened, and every time a cell in my body has died, and every breath I've ever taken, and everything I've ever learned, all of that lives in my soul, because all of that is the information that makes me me. So bodies and souls, not unlike positive and negative, not unlike math and chaos, are what? Two sides of the same coin. They're the same thing. They can't exist without each other. Bodies and souls go hand in hand. So, if you think about it, everything has a soul. Just some souls have more going on than other souls do. Because the positive matter that makes up the body of the soul is going to have more or less going on depending on what it is, what it's made of, what it does, its function, all that jazz. If you think of the body of a living thing, it's really just one body made up of a bunch of teeny tiny bodies called cells. So in a way, I'm not just one soul, I am an accumulation of the souls of all those different cells, all working together in the same way, just different because it's in the negative space and is made of information instead of actual physical stuff. So yeah, bodies, souls, same difference, who cares? This is what I think they are. You're allowed to disagree with me, I don't give a shit. This is just what I think. I'm gonna try to not skip 2 more weeks this time, so hopefully I'll see you next week. Stay tuned, I still got more to say about the puzzle, don't worry. Should we go take a look at our puzzle board? So this is the puzzle board so far. Just to reiterate, we got positive, negative, math, chaos. We got the present in between them, dividing the two. We got body, and we got soul. So far, so good. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, since I forgot to say it the last few videos, never stop asking questions! I will see you when I see you.